morning to all of you. So today we are going to start with this new chapter, inequalities and their properties. So first of all, we have already studied in the previous classes about the linear equations. Now today in this chapter we will study about inequalities. So when we are studying about the equation, we are dealing with the equations of this form. Suppose equal to sign was there. But in this chapter, we will be dealing with these type of signs, that is greater than, less than, greater than equal to, less than equal to. Now, what is our inequality? If one algebraic expression is greater than or less than other algebraic expression, that is known as linear inequality. For example, I have written an inequality 2x minus 5 greater than 5, or suppose 2x minus 3 less than 5. So these signs which you can see here, these signs are the sign of the inequality. Now when we are solving a linear equation, we are getting a fixed value. But in case of the inequalities, we will get the range of the values. For example, if I solve this inequality, so I will get 2x greater than 10 and x greater than 5. So here I will get all the values of x which are greater than 5. Now, all the values of x which are greater than 5, it will be a infinite set. So how do we write the solution of an inequality? For that case, you will be having two types of way. Either you will have to write the solution set by given conditions, or you will have a replacement set. Replacement set means you will be given a predefined values of x, like range of x will be defined like I have taken x is greater than 3 and less than 5, so all the values between 3 and 5, or the values may be in this form, individual values 0, -1, 1/2, like this. So we will be selecting the values from these sets. Set can be in the roster form, it can be in the description form, or it can be in the set builder form. Whereas in case of the solution set, you will be having these type of values, like if it is given x belongs to real number. So suppose I get x greater than 5 and this is my solution, x belongs to real number. So all the values greater than 5 will be my solution, that is from 5 till infinity. Suppose I get a solution set as x belongs to integers. So in this I have the range of the values, but in case of the integers I will have the individual values, like all the integers greater than 6, 6, 7, 8 and so on. Similarly, suppose if I have this x belongs to natural numbers, then again x belongs to natural number, I will have the same solution. X belongs to whole number, again I will have the same solution. But if I got x belongs to rational numbers, again I have all the rational numbers between 5 to infinity. Okay, we will not count the irrational numbers. So this is how we will write the solution set of a inequality depending upon the conditions are given. This Q is used for the rational number, this is for whole number, this is for natural number, this is for the integer, and this is for the real number. Okay, so this is what the algebraic expression is all about. Now let's see the few properties of algebraic expression. Okay, let's discuss few properties of inequalities that we'll be using while solving the questions. So first property is addition or subtraction of same number on the both sides of inequality does not change sign of inequality. What does it mean? Suppose if I have an inequality like this, x plus 3 is greater than 5. And suppose if I add here both sides, if I add 3 on both sides, so what happens? This sign will not change. It becomes x plus 6 greater than 8. And suppose if I subtract 3 from the both sides, again the sign will not change. Okay, so if you add or subtract same number on both sides of inequality, it will not change the sign of inequality. Okay, remember this. Then multiplication or division of a positive number on both sides does not change the sign of inequality. What I mean to say, suppose it is given that 2x greater than 3, and suppose if I multiply both sides by 2, 2 into 2x greater than 3 into 2, so it becomes 4x greater than 6. So sign of inequality has not changed. Or suppose if I divide both sides by 2, again the sign of inequality will not change. Okay. Now when the sign of inequality actually changes, whenever we multiply or divide by a negative number on both sides. For example, if I take 2x greater than 3 here, and if I multiply by minus 2 on both sides, so what happens? This sign of inequality is going to reverse. If it is greater than, it becomes less than. So it becomes minus 4x less than minus 6. Similarly, if you divide it by minus 2 on the both sides, then again this sign of inequality change. It becomes minus x less than minus 3 by minus x less than minus 3 by 2. Okay, so most important thing in order to solve the inequality is, whenever you are multiplying or dividing by a negative number on both sides, then you have to change the sign of inequality. If it is greater than, then you make it less than. If it is less than, then you can make it greater than. Otherwise, in any of the operations of the positive number, in multiplication or division, or even addition or subtraction of any type of number, whether it is positive or negative, it will never going to change the sign of the inequality. So we will keep these properties in mind in order to solve the questions of the inequalities. So let's solve few questions related to linear inequalities. Okay, so let's see how to solve the linear inequations. So suppose I have a question 2x plus 3 less than equal to 19, and here solution set is given as x belongs to the natural number. So how I am going to solve it? I will take this 3 like we are solving in the linear equations. So see, this is a operation in which what actually we are doing. Let's see what actually we are doing. We are actually subtracting 3 on both sides. Okay. And what I have told you, whenever we add or subtract same number on both sides, the sign of inequality never changes. So it becomes 2x less than equal to 16. Now, whenever it was a equation, what we are doing? We are dividing it by 2. So similarly, we will do the same thing here. And again, since 2 is a positive number, so when you take 2 here, what happens? Again, this inequality sign will not change. So you will get x less than equal to 8. Now, less than equal to 8 will give you infinite number of values if this condition is not given. Now condition is given as x is all the natural numbers which are less than or equal to 8. So natural numbers start from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8 also. Why 8? Because this is the sign of less than equal to. Okay. Then suppose a question is like this: 4x plus 3 greater than 23, where x belongs to integer. Okay, now x is a integer. So again, since it is a positive number, it can easily go there. So you will get 4x greater than 20. Now what I am going to do, I am going to divide both sides by 4. This is what actually we are doing whenever we are solving the inequalities. So see, this is a positive 4, so this sign will not change. You will get x greater than 5. So all the integers which are greater than 5, that is 6, 7, 8 and so on. So here it was a sign of less than equal to. So we have taken 8 also. But here it is a sign of only greater than. So we have taken the value start from 5. Okay, we have not taken the value 5 because it is greater than 5. Then suppose it is given as 2x minus 5 greater than 2x minus 3 greater than 5 and x belongs to whole numbers. So again this 3 will go there. So you will get 2x greater than 8. Again 2 is a positive number. So again the sign of inequality will not change. We will get x greater than 4. So all the whole numbers greater than 4 means 5, 6, 7, 8 and so on. Again we have the infinite number of results in this. Okay, so most important thing is you should pay attention towards the its. Now let's see a question. X minus 3 less than minus 2 when x belongs to natural number. So here if I take minus 3 there, okay, so it becomes plus 3 and sign of inequality will not change because we are adding plus 3 on the both sides. So you will get x less than 1. Now all the values which are less than 1, there will be infinite number of values, but the set which is given, condition given is x belongs to natural number. So what we will get? We will get a null set because there is no natural number which is less than 1. So whenever you solve the equations, the replacement set should be clearly identified and you have to write the proper element. You cannot write 0 here because it is x belongs to natural number. If it would have been x belongs to whole number, then you can write here x equal to 0. So there is no natural number which is less than 1. So our solution set will be a empty set. Then suppose if I take one more question, 3x minus 4 less than equal to 5 and x belongs to integer. So it will be 3x less than 5 plus 4, 4 will go there. So 3x less than 9 less than equal to, so I will get x less than equal to 9 by 3, that is x less than equal to 3. So all the integers which are less than or equal to 3 means x equal to 3, 2, 1, 0, minus 1, minus 2 and so on. Okay. because it is given as integers. So whenever we will write the solution set, so we have to mention the negative integers also, because integer means all the integers, either whether it is positive or negative. So whenever you write the solution set, you have to write at least one or two negative integers when the condition is like this. You are getting the solution of x is less than equal to some positive integer. Then let's see a different type of question. Suppose it is given as 8 less than 9 minus x. Okay, so what I am going to do here, I am going to bring this x here. So how we are bringing the x? We are adding x on both sides. Okay, for your understanding, I am doing this step. Since x may be any number, but it may be positive, it may be negative, but we are doing the addition operation. So it will give you x plus 8 less than 9, and the sign of inequality will not change. Then x becomes 9 minus 8 or x less than 1. So all the integers which are less than 10 in this, all the natural numbers less than 1 we have to find, but in this we have to find all the integers less than 1, that is 0, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3 and so on. Okay, then let's see a few other type of problems. One less than 3x minus 11. So what I am going to do, I am going to subtract 3x from both the sides. So it will give me 1 minus 3x less than minus 11. And here is x belongs to all integers. Then this 1 will go there. It becomes minus 3x less than minus 11 minus 1. Now see, here it is minus 3. So when we write it like this, minus 3 upon minus 3 and minus 12 upon minus 3. Simply I am taking minus 3 there, but this is the step where I am showing you. So what I have told you, whenever we divide or subtract, divide or multiply by a negative number, the sign of inequality got reversed. So it was less than, so it becomes greater than. So what I will get, x greater than 4. So my solution set will be 5, 6, 7, 8 and so on. Once again you can see I have subtracted 3x from both the sides, or you can write this step like this also. You can take minus 3x less than minus 11 minus 1. Okay. This step I have written so that you can understand what actually we are doing, but you can solve it like a equation also. So finally I got this step only. Then minus 3x less than minus 12. Now when I take minus 3 there, so when you take minus 3 there, this inequality sign change. It was less than, so it becomes greater than sign. So we have used all the properties in solving the question. Especially this one, you should remember, multiplication or division by a negative number will always change the sign of the inequality. And whenever you write the solution set, pay attention towards the replacement set, what replacement set is given. Okay, now let's see a few problems in which rational algebraic expressions are given. Okay, let's see question number 4. first problem itself, 3x plus 1 upon 2 greater than 5 when x belongs to whole number. So I will take 2 there, and since 2 is a positive number, so it will not change the sign of the inequality. So it will be 10, and this one will go there. So it will give you 3x greater than 9 and x greater than 9 by 3 and x greater than 3. So what will be my answer? My answer will be all the whole numbers greater than 3, 4, 5, 6 and so on. Then let's see a different type of question. 3x upon 4 minus 4 greater than 4 when x belongs to whole number. Okay. So again I will solve it like a equation. It will be 3x upon 4 greater than 4 plus 4, or 3x upon 4 greater than 8. Then this 4, when it will go there, it will be 8 into 4, that is 3x greater than 32, or x greater than 32 upon 3. So when I solve it, I will get x greater than 10.6, something around this. Okay, now why I have taken out the fractional value? Because here I have to write the solution set, and solution set says x belongs to whole number, and what I got, x greater than 10.6. so all the whole numbers which are greater than 10.6 will be x equal to 11, 12, 13 and so on. So whenever you got the fractional values and the replacement set is given in terms of natural number, whole number or integer, you find out the value in terms of the decimal, so that you have the estimation that from what value you have to start your solution set. Since it is greater than 10.6, so the whole number which will be greater than 10.6 will definitely be 11. So our solution set will be x equal to 11, 12, 13 and so on. Then suppose it is like x upon 3 less than minus 1 and x belongs to integer. So I will simply take 3 there, and since it is a positive number, so inequality will not change. It will be x less than minus 3. So all the integers less than minus 3, that means minus 4, minus 5, minus 6 and so on. Okay, don't make the mistake, don't write minus 2, minus 1, 0, because those will be the greater than minus 3. Integers which are less than minus 3 will be start from minus 4, minus 5 and minus 6. Okay, do not write minus 2, minus 1. Then let's see one more question before ending this question. So a question is like this: minus 5 by 6 less than 9 minus 2x upon 6, where x belongs to whole number. Now see, what I am going to do, I am going to multiply both sides by 6, and since 6 is a positive number, so inequality sign will not change. So finally I will get minus 5 less than 9 minus 2x. Now I will bring this 2x here. Minus 5 plus 2x less than 9. Okay. Then you will take 5 there. So 9 plus 5. So it will be 2x less than 14 and x will be less than 14 by 2. That means x less than 7. So all the whole numbers less than 7, that means 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So what I have done here, I have multiply, since 6 was there, so I multiply by 6 on both sides. Then I have taken minus 2 here. What actually we were doing here, we are adding plus 2x on the both sides. Okay. So you can avoid this step and you can write, because addition or subtraction of same number on both sides will not change the sign of the inequality. Again minus 5 will go there, so you will get x less than 7. And x is all whole numbers, so it is important to write the 0, because 0 is a whole number. So this is it. In the next video we will discuss from question number 4 onwards. Thank you.